Hey guys, it's Venom here with a contest deck. This deck is I built it for a contest. I have to give him a shout out, and I also have to subscribe to him, which I'm okay with subscribing to him because he seems pretty awesome in my opinion. His name is senorblanco88. senorblanco88. I will be putting that in the description most likely. Um, this is a contest entry to his Langbangers holiday contest. Um, Basically, the rules are to make the deck has to be videoed, obviously, like I'm doing right now. Um, the deck has to be able to FTK or OTK. Mine's an OTK, and it has to be the current advanced format list, and it has to be original. The better it says, the better your choices, or the more original it is, the better your chances are to win. So be creative. And I was trying to be creative actually, and I didn't even think about the fact that it gives me a better chance, but it probably would anyways. It says to shout him out in the video, telling people to enter his contest. So guys, go enter his contest. I mean, it's pretty fun. Building decks out of scratch like this are really fun to do. Gives you more experience in Yu-Gi-Oh! Helps you better your skills. It's just it'll be helpful, and plus you have a chance to win. Make a video response to my main video on my channel. Alright, so I need to make this the video response to that. And the contest ends January 31st, 2012. The prizes are if I get first place, I get a custom-made playmat donated by Hyoma Kuga and a shout-out in a video. If I get second place, I get a blank playmat. I'm assuming that it's going to be white. 2 times pack of sleeves and a shout-out in a video. And if I get third place, I win a blank playmat and a shout-out in a video. Um, and if you have any questions about the contest, just go to his YouTube channel and check out his contest. But anyways, enough about the contest. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the deck. This will be posted not only as the video response to his, it'll also be on my channel because, I mean, I really like the deck. I'm going to probably try to test it out and improve it some. So this is my entry to Senor Blanco's 88th contest. So for the deck, whoops, you weren't supposed to see the deck yet, but anyways, for the deck, you run 2 Trigodias. It's a Fiend, it stalls, it does really good. It'll boost up, you'll see why I'm saying it's a Fiend. If it's not a Fiend, it's not going to hurt the deck, but it's not exactly helping any, and my scared dog just scared me. Lizzie! But anyways, so 2 Trigodias. Holy crap, she really did scare me. 2 Trigodias just to stall, along with the 3 Battle Faders just to stall. The Battle Faders, if you summon them and then pull off the OTK move next turn, you basically have to have the OTK move is a 1-turn thing, obviously, but when you special summon the 3 Goblin Kings, which I'll tell you how eventually, you'll want to have one other Fiend type monster on the field, whether it be on your opponent's side or your side, so that way you have the ability to boost them up all the way to 3,000, so that way you have the OTK. This deck build, I will tell you, is very similar to Batteryman OTK that you guys might have seen in the past. It works in the same way, except for the fact that, or it just works in the same way as you're trying to get out 3 of the same card using the same strategy, basically. So there's the 5 cards that you're gonna wanna, as soon as they hit the field, pull out the Goblin King OTK if you can, because it'll help them out a lot. 3 Cyber Valleys just to stall and get you a draw engine going, just to get to your key cards to make the OTK possible. Next up is 3 Stygian Street Patrol. You want to get this in your grave fast as possible. You can use Foolish Burial, stuff like that. What he does is you remove him from your graveyard, and you can special summon 1 Fiend type monster with 2,000 or less attack from your hand, which will be Goblin King, and then you Inferno Reckless summon Goblin King, get more of him out, OTK, and then with other cards you bring this guy back from your remove from play zone, either back into your graveyard, you bring him back out in the field, or bring him immediately from the remove from play back out to field to be able to boost up your Goblin Kings up to 3,000. So really strong. Sangan, just to search out your Goblin King, put it in your hand, make sure it's already there in your hand for when you're ready for the Stygian Street Patrol move and all that good stuff. Just gotta have it there. Sangan's really good anyways. 3 Goblin King. You'll have 3 of these guys out when you do the OTK. It's pretty simple to get them out. You basically, whenever you special summon them, you activate Inferno Reckless Summon to special summon as many of them as you can from your deck or hand. And then their effects are that they gain 1,000 attack for each other attack and defense for each Fiend, equal to the number of Fiend type monsters on the field excluding this card. So it's not like Batterman AA where it'll be at 3,000, it'll be at 2,000 if there's no other fiends other than these three. But the good thing is you can stall with these two. If you've got two of them out, they cannot select either one of them as an attack target. It says as long as you control a fiend, you cannot select this card as an attack target. So it doesn't say Goblin King, it just says you cannot select this card. So therefore, all these would create a lockdown except for they can Dark Hole, whatever. But you want to basically not normal summon this turn that you special summon all those guys, and then normal summon another Fiend-type monster, or get another Fiend-type monster out somehow to be able to boost them up to 3,000 each, and 3,000 each would be an OTK. Next up are the spells. Got 3 Inferno Reckless Summon. Whenever you special summon one of your Goblin Kings, you activate one of these. Yes, they might get some monsters, but you have ways to get past that. And you're just going to special summon as many of them as you can just to pull out that OTK. I would run 2 normally if I was going to make this extremely competitive, but since this is pure OTK, or trying to be as close to OTK pure as can be, I run 3 just to get them more consistently. 1 Burial from a Different Dimension to bring back those Stygian Street Patrols, bring back the Battle Faders, bring back everything removed from play, so that way you can reuse them. You can reuse the Stygian Street Patrol if you do this, so, I mean, just a personal preference. Lure of Darkness, Draw Engine, just along with Cyber Valleys just to draw. Foolish Burial to get Stygian Street Patrol to the graveyard, so I can be able to activate its effect. Monster Reborn to special summon a fiend back out onto my side of the field, just so I can have the number of fiends I need to be able to make the OTK possible. 2 Lightning Vortex. Once you do get, I run these 2 over Dark Hole because once you get the 3 Goblin Kings out, you have to be able to use the Inferno Reckless Summon to get all 3 of them out. Your opponent has to be able to have a monster, and then they're going to have probably 3 or 4 monsters out by the time you finish activating that. So you can just discard a card and get rid of all of them, and that way your opponent's field is empty for you to attack directly for game. And if you don't have those, you'll have 3 Smashing Grounds also to clear out their field for your OTK to go through. This OTK does have some flaws, but I still think it's really unique. I think it'll work pretty well. 1 Book of Moon, just because it's Book of Moon. It deserves a spot in just about every deck, in my opinion. Really good. 3 Escape from the Dark Dimension. This is another key card to the OTK. You don't have to have it, but once you remove your Stygian Street Patrol to special summon, and then all of a sudden you swarm and you got the 3 Goblin Kings, well, guess what? They're only at 2,000. So you activate this to pull Stygian Street Patrol back out, so then you got 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, and 1,600. So, I mean, it's really good. It brings those out. It also brings out a Battle Fader or whatever else you might have removed that are fiends, so that way you can be able to boost up your Goblin Kings up. Now, the rest of the cards are basically just purely to negate they'll have like a Solemn Judgment or Solemn Warning or something to be able to stop all of your special summoning. So you want Solemn Judgment to negate a spell or trap that'll negate it at all, or an effect monster's effect like, I don't know, say Thunder King. 1 Seven Tools, you don't mind paying the life points because you're about to kill them anyways, so why not go ahead and get rid of those, use those life points to your advantage, negate whatever they have. 3 Dark Illusions, if it targets one of your Stygian Street Patrols or one of your Goblin Kings or something like that, you can activate this to negate it and just stop it all together without having a cost, really. 3 Dark Bribes, who cares if they draw a card? It'll limit them and make them deck out eventually, or it'll, if you don't pull off the OTK the turn you activate this or whatever, or whenever, but you can also, this also makes your OTK more possible by negating what they're negating. And then last but not least, Ceasefire. If you cannot use anything, get anything back, and you've got those three Goblin Kings out. Basically, you activate Ceasefire after the big combo. They'll have they'll either have 1 monster out or 3 or more monsters out because of the Inferno Reckless Summon. So let's say they only have, let's say they have 3 because they use the effect of Inferno Reckless Summon to get 2 more copies of, who knows, let's say a Dark Armored Dragon, even though that's possible. I don't know. Just something. You activate this, and then they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5 is 3,000. They take 3,000 damage, and then you attack directly, or then you attack their monsters with 2,000 with each of your guys, and that should kill them. If it doesn't, then you didn't pull off the OTK. Sorry. The OTK does have some flaws. It'll work most of the time, and it's just really good in my opinion. It's really consistent. And if you choose to make this competitive and you don't choose to take the OTK route, it does have other options. You can main 3 Brawn, or whatever they're called, Brawn, Mad King of Dark World, to be able to discard him to the graveyard if optional, and you don't have to discard him, or to discard 1 Goblin King, so that way you have 1 Goblin King in grave if you want a Monster Reborn it, whatever. Brawn can be a good addition to the deck, whatever. Let me know what you guys think on this. For the one that's on my channel, I want you guys to give me suggestions on how to fix it, make it better, and for the one that's entering the contest, I wish it luck, and I also wish all the other contestants, like the people entering the contest, luck, and I hope you, I hope Senor Blanco has a great time looking at all these decks. I'm sure that he's going to get some really interesting ones. This is a pretty interesting one. I hope he likes this one. I really hope he chooses it. But if he doesn't, I'm good. I've already got my mat. I don't really care. I'm mainly just entering it just because I haven't entered a contest yet on YouTube, and I felt like it. And I thought it would be a good experience to build an OTK like this. Because when I saw it has to be an OTK or an FTK, I looked in my binder real quick, and I saw that, because I bought the 3 Dark World structure decks. And I was like, strange coincidences could happen there. And then all of a sudden the deck contest came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. So I put together a deck. I think it took me an hour to build this. I really had to think about some of the cards that I put in here. Originally I did have Dark Hole and Heavy Storm, but I didn't find them very necessary for this deck. I also originally had some Bottomlesses and Dimensional Prisons. I didn't find them necessary either. But this is the final build I came up with. It'll probably be improved after the contest is over with anyways. I'll probably run this as one of my main decks if it actually does good. Hope you guys enjoy. Rate, comment, subscribe to me and Senor Blanco, as he is the one that inspired me to make this with his contest. So subscribe, rate, comment to both me and him. My channel and his channel will both be listed below. His channel for when it's on, when you guys are looking at the video on my channel, and my channel for when you're looking at it on his channel, because it'll be on both channels, I'm pretty sure. Well, not on his channel, but as the video response. Whatever. You guys understand. Rate, comment, subscribe to both of us, and hope you guys enjoy the deck. And I wish luck to everybody else who's entering the competition.